and welcome to Add More Zest. And my name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy Fansells Friday, everybody. I have 3 new paintings to share with you today. They're all a little bit larger than the standard sort of 30 by 30 or 30 by 40. But we're going to start with a couple of 40 by 40 paintings that I chose. Can you see why I chose this one? Absolutely stunning. So this is a round painting. The actual diamond painting area is 35 by 35. So quite often, not always, but quite often you do need to take a bit off for the border before you get the actual drill area and what you're able to frame. But this I just thought was absolutely stunning. It has 35 different colours, gorgeous dolphins in the sunset. Oh, we have the diamonds in baggies, which is always nice, even if it's just to see the sort of colour array that we have. We do have some 310 in this, but not a lot at all. That's the baggie of 310. So not loads. Most of it is, of course, brighter colours. There is a few more browns, a little bit more muted. They give the accents within sort of the clouds, and we've got some darker colours around the sun, and of course darker colours on the shadows of the dolphins. Always love dolphins, always. So yeah, absolutely beautiful colours. These tealy colours I think are my favourite, but I do love those pale yellows as well, and I just think it is absolutely gorgeous, which is why I chose it. As always, I choose a painting because I think it's delightful. Same with this one, but for a different reason. So this one, it is the pastels and sort of the more, I want to say springy type colours. You do get a toolkit, by the way, but sort of, yeah, the more springy type colours are what appeal to me in this one, and of course the subject being books, because I love a good book. This one is also down as a 40 by 40, but the actual drill area looks a little bit smaller on this one. It is 34 centimetres by 34 centimetres, so it has 3 centimetres either side for a border, whereas this one has 2.5 centimetres, so a little bit smaller, but you can still, of course, make out the image perfectly. The detail on these books is amazing. This one does have quite a bit of a white background, so there's definitely some block work to do, but not too much, I don't think. Depending on how you like to diamond paint, sometimes, and this all depends on my mood, but sometimes I do like to do sort of all the outer part of the white and then do the books. Other times I sort of do it as I go across each row. It really depends on the size of my painting and my mood as to whether I like to do all the white first. There is still some white within some of these books, especially this spine here, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous colours. As you can see, there is a lot of white in this one, but look at these gorgeous pastel colours that make up the books. We've also got some darker colours because of course we do have spines. We've got a gorgeous green there because there is a little bit of sort of leaves, I'd say, sort of coming off the books in a couple of places. But even these deep colours, those 2 purples together, while they may be different purples, pop. Just love those 2 together. And that looks like it's on the top and the bottom book. So that is painting number 2. And then painting number 3 is slightly bigger. It is a 40 by 65 rather than a 40 by 40. And this one is all about the colour. though it will have, of course, a lot of dark in with it, which is what helps the colour to pop. There's no 310 though. The dark is, oh, the dark is primarily 154, which is actually a really deep purple, but I love the colours. So this is the dark colour, so it's not even black. It does all come in the separate little baggies, but looks at those pinks, teals, orange, hot pink, peachy colours. Imagine all that popping off the background with the 154. This too is a round, but this one has 40 colours. So even when you do something that looks green, there's quite a few different shades of green to, of course, give that full pop. There's 3 or 4 different shades, maybe even 5 different shades of colour in this bit behind the eyelashes that gives you that pop. But to check the size of this one again looks slightly smaller. So if we go for the 40, it's actually 32 centimetres across, so there is quite a lot of border on this one, a lot more than I'm used to seeing. And then it is by 57, so you lose like a full 7 centimetres on the border. But I chose this one for the image more than the size, because I think it is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and I think that will be a pleasure to work on, especially if you work on a section and do the darker colours and then add in the bright ones. You will just see them come to life off the back. It's amazing how the same DMC colour can look completely different depending on what it's paired with. So if you have a colour that's maybe on a more muted one with more muted colours around it, it doesn't pop the same way as if you have it on a dark one. But anyway, I will pop the links to each of these paintings down below in case any of them catch your eye. Feel free to have a browse. There are many more like it, whether you want pastel, bright, sunset. There's just loads and loads of choices for you all. But thank you to Fansells for sending me these to share with you. Thank you to you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.